Listen closely to the next conversation you have. Listen to what happens the exact second you have to decline a request, set a boundary, or disagree with someone. You will not just say no. You will say no, and then you will immediately attach a desperate, rambling paragraph explaining exactly why you are saying no. You will offer an excuse. You will apologize. You will detail your schedule, your feelings, and your reasoning. You believe you are being polite. A manipulator listens to you and smiles, because they know they have already won, the absolute clearest indicator of a weak, submissive psychology is the compulsive need to explain yourself. When you justify your decisions to someone else, you are making a fatal tactical error. You are handing them the weapons to dismantle you. In 346 BC, Philip of Macedon had conquered nearly the entire known world. He had crushed empires, burned cities, and united Greece under his iron fist. But there was one small, defiant region that refused to submit to his authority: Sparta. Philip was furious. He sent a massive, arrogant diplomatic letter to the Spartan leaders. The letter was a masterpiece of intimidation. He outlined the sheer size of his army. He detailed the horrific violence he would unleash. He wrote, "If I bring my army into your land, I will destroy your farms, slay your people, and raze your city to the ground." It was a demand for total surrender. If a modern politician received this letter, they would have sent back a 50-page treaty. They would have explained their economic position, justified their right to sovereignty, and begged for a compromise. The Spartans did not write a paragraph. They did not offer a single reason why they wished to remain independent. They sent back a single word: if. Philip of Macedon never attacked Sparta. He was paralyzed by the sheer, terrifying confidence of their brevity. The absolute absence of justification is the ultimate display of dominance. The word "because" is the most dangerous word in your vocabulary. Psychologically, when you offer a reason for your actions, you are submitting to a hierarchy. You are subconsciously placing the other person in the position of a judge. You are presenting your evidence, hoping the judge will find your excuse valid enough to grant you permission to say no. A true strategist does not ask for permission to exist. A decision is a fact. A justification is a negotiation. When you explain yourself, you are signaling to the other person that your boundary is not solid. You are telling them that if they can just defeat your logic, your boundary will collapse. Manipulators and toxic individuals do not care about your feelings. They care about leverage. When you give them 5 reasons why you cannot do something, they will not respect your honesty. They will simply scan your 5 reasons, find the weakest one, and attack it. You did not protect yourself. You just gave the enemy a map of your vulnerabilities. Your phone vibrates. It is a demanding colleague. They are asking you to take over a massive, stressful project over the weekend, a project that is entirely their responsibility. You are exhausted. Your boundary is clear. You are not doing it. But the social conditioning kicks in. The fear of being disliked overwhelms you. So, you type, "I am so sorry. I really can't this weekend. My family is visiting from out of town, and I promised I would drive them around the city. Plus, my car has been having engine trouble, so I'm really stressed about getting everywhere." You hit send. You exhale. You think you saved the relationship. You just walked straight into the slaughterhouse. 10 seconds later, the colleague replies, "Oh, no worries about the car. I can order an Uber to your house. And you can totally work from your laptop while your family rests at the hotel. It'll only take a few hours. Thanks so much for stepping up." You freeze. Your blood runs cold. Your boundary has been completely bypassed. They ignored your no. They attacked your reasons. Because you offered them variables, the family, the car, the schedule. They simply solved the variables for you. Now, if you say no again, you look like a liar or a difficult person. Your polite over-explanation built the very trap you are now caught in. This dynamic is even more destructive in your personal life. Look at a toxic relationship. When a manipulator disrespects you, your instinct is to sit them down and explain exactly why their actions hurt you. You give them a 20-minute presentation on your past trauma, your emotional triggers, and your logical reasoning. You think that if you just explain your pain clearly enough, they will finally understand and change. This is a tragic delusion. They are not listening to your logic. They are cataloging your triggers. They are taking detailed mental notes on exactly what makes you insecure. In the very next argument, they will use that exact 20-minute explanation against you. They will twist your words, weaponize your trauma, and use your own logic to prove that you are emotionally unstable. You handed them the instruction manual on how to destroy you. When you over-explain your emotions to an enemy, you are not healing. You are bleeding in water full of sharks. Imagine your boundary as a massive, featureless concrete wall. When you simply say no, the wall is perfectly smooth. It is 50 feet high. An attacker can stand at the bottom and stare at it, but they cannot climb it. There is nothing to hold on to. It is an immovable fact. But every time you add an excuse, you take a chisel and carve a small notch into the concrete. Every time you say because, you carve another notch. Every time you apologize for your decision, you carve a deep ledge. By the time you finish your polite, rambling explanation, you have chiseled a perfect set of stairs right into the side of your wall. The enemy does not even have to work hard. They simply step on your excuses, climb over your boundary, and conquer your territory. Stop giving them handholds. To strip this weakness from your psychology, you do not need a complicated set of rules. You only need to master one concept: the weaponized period. A period is not just a grammatical mark. It is a psychological blast door. You must train yourself to speak in conclusions, not drafts. The next time someone demands your time, your energy, or your compliance, and you wish to decline, you will state your decision and instantly drop the blast door. I will not be able to take on this project, period. I cannot attend the event, period. No, period. Do not apologize. Do not soften the blow. Do not offer a single variable. What happens next is the ultimate test of your nerve. There will be a terrifying, agonizing silence. The other person's brain will short-circuit. They are expecting the justification. They are waiting for you to chisel the handholds so they can begin the negotiation. They will stare at you. They will raise their eyebrows. They will wait for you to fill the silence with a nervous excuse. Do not break. Look them dead in the eyes and let them drown in the silence. The first person to speak loses when they realize the wall is smooth and there is no negotiation to be had. Their aggression will evaporate into confusion and then into deep, unspoken respect. When you eliminate the desperate need to explain yourself, your entire presence shifts. People will suddenly find you incredibly intimidating, and they will not know why. They will assume you possess immense, hidden power, because in the subconscious minds of all human beings, we know one universal truth: servants explain themselves to kings. Kings do not explain themselves to servants. Most people are terrified of standing behind their own words. They cannot handle the silence. They will spend their entire lives begging for validation, endlessly chiseling handholds for those who wish to use them. They will remain pawns. If you refuse to apologize for your boundaries, if you choose to speak in absolute conclusions, subscribe to this channel, join the forge, master the game. For everyone else, keep explaining yourself. Power does not ask for permission. Authority does not offer excuses. Your decisions are facts, not negotiations. Stop giving the enemy the map to your mind. Say what you mean, drop the blast door, and let the silence do the rest.